Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DESI TV USA. I am Tabinda Gul. Let's take a look at the headlines. Dramatic moment: plane crashes near homes in Philadelphia. Tragic mid-air collision near Reagan National Military Helicopter and regional plane crash. No survivor. President Donald Trump blasts DEI program after deadly air crash in Washington, D.C. President Trump threatening major tariff on Canada, Mexico and China. Europe also targeted. White House prepare for new Trump tariff on Canada and Mexico exemptions process to be announced. President Donald Trump announcing major tariff on Canada, Mexico and China, threatening $1.6 trillion in North American trade. Green Day, Rod Stewart and Alanis Morissette headline FireAid concert to support California wildfire victim. These are headlines. Lead to news detail. We begin with breaking news from Philadelphia, where a small passenger plane crashed near a residential neighborhood, creating a scene of chaos and devastation. The crash occurred earlier today around when the aircraft went down just a yard away from several homes, narrowly avoiding an even greater catastrophe. Eyewitness reported hearing a deafening roar followed by a loud explosion, thick plumes of black smoke billowed into the sky, visible from miles around. Several residents described feeling their houses shake from the impact. One witness says, "I thought it was an earthquake at first, then I ran outside and saw the flames. It was like something out of a movie." Emergency crews arrived within minutes with firefighters battling intense flames as they worked to rescue potential survivors trapped in the wreckages. Paramedics treated multiple injured individuals at the scene before transporting them to nearby hospitals. Officials have confirmed fatalities and several others are reported to be in critical condition. Now, the National Transportation Safety Board has dispatched a team of investigators to the site to determine the cause of the crash. Federal Aviation Administration's officials are also involved, reviewing flight data and maintenance record as part of the investigation. Meanwhile, the neighborhood remains on high alert. Several homes sustained damage from flying debris and the intense heat of the fire. Residents in the immediate area have been evacuated as a precaution. An emergency shelter have been set up for those displaced by the incident. Now, city officials are urging the public to avoid the area to allow emergency crew to continue their work without obstructions. Roads around the crash site have been closed and authorities are asking anyone with photos or videos of the accident to share them with investigators to aid in their effort. This tragic event has left the community in shock, with many residents expressing their grief and concern. Support services are being provided to those affected and counselors are available for families dealing with the aftermath. So we will continue to follow this developing story and bring you updates as more information become available. Tragedy struck near Washington, D.C. Reagan National Airport earlier today when a military helicopter collided with an American airline regional plane, killing everyone on board both aircraft. The collision occurred around just moments about takeoff. Eyewitness described hearing a loud explosion and seeing debris raining from the sky. Thick black smoke quickly filled the air as emergency crew rushed to the scene. D.C. officials spoke to reporters shortly after the incident, confirming that there were no survivors. The military helicopter identified as what a routine operation, while the American airline regional plane was en route to with passenger and crew aboard. Our thoughts are with the families of those lost, and we are working tirelessly to recover the victim and investigate the cause of the devastation event. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration have launched a joint investigation. Officials are reviewing flight data, air traffic control, recording and weather conditions to determine what led to the collision. Military authorities are also cooperating fully with the investigation. Now, Reagan National Airport temporarily suspended operation in the aftermath, causing significant flight delay and cancellation. Travelers are advised to check with airlines for the latest update. And the president has been briefed on the situation and expressed condolences to the victim families, condemning the first responders for their quick and courageous actions. Recovery efforts are ongoing and officials are urging anyone with information, photos or video of the incident to come forward to assist investigation. Grief counselors have been made available to support the families of the victim during the difficult time. So this remains a developing story. We will continue to provide updates as new information become available.
You came to this country for a brighter future for you and your loved ones. You've made it this far. Now it's time to become a citizen. With Citizenship, you gain the right to vote, access to federal jobs, the ability to keep your family closer, and the freedom to travel with a U.S. passport. These are just a few of the benefits waiting for you when you become eligible. We're here to help you through the process with free resources and personalized guidance. Together, we can make it easier. Get started at becomeacitizentoday.com.
In the aftermath of the devastation midair collision near Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump has sharply criticized diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI program, linking them to the tragic incident that claimed 67 lives. Speaking to reporters at the White House, President Donald Trump condemned DEI initiative, blaming former President Joe Biden and Barack Obama for promoting such policies during their administration. He speculated that the implementations of DEI may have led to lower recruitment standard for air traffic controller, potentially contributing to the disaster. This is what happened when you prioritize political correctness over competence. Trump stated, "We have seen the consequences today in the most tragic way possible." The catastrophic crash occurred of an American Airlines regional jet was preparing to land at Ronald Reagan National Airport. U.S. military Black Hawk helicopter collided with the plane approximately 400 feet above the Potomac River. The collision resulted in the death of all 64 people on board the passenger aircraft and 3 soldiers aboard the helicopter. So eyewitnesses described the harrowing scene with debris falling into the river and onto the nearby areas, followed by a massive explosion. Emergency response team arrived swiftly, but there were no survivors. While the National Transportation Safety Board and the federal administrations have launched an official investigation into the cause of the crash, President Trump's remarks have sparked a wave of reaction across the political spectrum. Critics argue that it's premature to assign blame without concentrate evidence, while Trump supporters echo concern over potential impact of DEI-related policies on critical sector. So officials have yet to confirm whatever air traffic control errors played any role in the incident. Investigators are currently analyzing flight data, recorder, communication log, and radar information to piece together the sequence of events that led to the collision. This tragic incident has sent shockwave across the nation as families of the victim mourn their loved one. Support services are being provided, and both military and civilian officials have pledged transparency as the investigations continue. So we will bring you more updates as the new information emerges. President Donald Trump has issued a stern warning to the United States' 3 largest trading partners, Canada, Mexico, and China, threatening to impose significant new tariffs. The announcement comes as part of the administration's broader effort to address what Trump described as unfair trade practices that have hurt American industries and workers. So speaking at Trump declared, "For too long, countries like Canada, Mexico, and China have taken advantages of the United States. That to stop now, we will be imposing big tariffs to level the playing field and protect American jobs." In addition to targeting these key trading partners, Trump also signaled out of European Union and other nations with what he called troubling trade surpluses with the US, indicating they could face similar tariffs. While specific details on the tariff rates were not disclosed, the announcement has already sent ripples through global financial market, raising concern about potential trade war. So economic warned that escalating tariff could lead to retaliatory measures from affected countries, potentially disrupting global supply chain and increasing cost for American consumer. However, Trump remained defiant, stating, "We are not afraid of tough negotiation. The US will always put its interest first." Reaction from the international community have been swift. Officials from Canada, Mexico, China, and the Europe expressed deep concern over the potential economic impact, with some hinting at reciprocal measures if the US move forwards with the tariff. The White House is gearing up for significant new tariff on North American trading partner as President Donald Trump prepared to announce additional trade measure against Canada and Mexico. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt held a briefing earlier today, revealing that tariffs are set to begin on March 1, 2025. Leavitt confirmed that the tariff is applied to a range of goods imported from Canada and Mexico, but there will be an exemption process in place for certain imports. Sources familiar with the planning told Reuters asserts that the process will allow both countries to seek specific exemptions for goods that could be impacted by the tariff. We are taking decisive actions to protect American industries, Levitt said during the briefing. While the tariffs are necessary to ensure fair trade, we are providing a pathway for Canada and Mexico to request exemption for certain imports based on strategic importance or other consideration. The announcement comes as North America braces for the impact of the new tariff, with industries across the continent preparing for the potential disruptions. The new trade key sector including agriculture, automotive and manufacturing potentially raising costs for consumer and business alike. So the Donald Trump has been vocal in his commitment to trade deals that the argue have long favored other countries. The decisions to impose tariffs on Canada and Mexico follow a series of similar measures targeting China and the European Union. While these countries could seek exemptions, it remains unclear how the process will work on how many goods will be granted relief. In a bold move that could reshape North America trade, President Donald Trump has announced new tariff targeting key U.S. trading partners. The president confirmed that his administration will impose a 25% tariff on goods imported from Canada and Mexico, along with a 10% tariff on Chinese products. Trump announcement has sent shockwaves through global market, with economics warning of potential disruptions to nearly $1.6 trillion in North American trade. Speaking from the White House, the president defending the tariff as necessary to protect American industries and workers from what he described as unfair trade practices. Trade analysts warned that the sectors such as agriculture, automotive, and manufacturing could be hit the hardest. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce criticized the decisions, stating trade wars hurt business, workers, and consumers on all sides. Officials from Canada and Mexico expressed deep concern over the tariff, with some signaling the possibility of filing complaint with International Trade Organization. Meanwhile, China has yet to announce its response, but is closely monitoring the situation. Music legend Green Day, Rod Stewart and Alanis Morissette were among the star-studded lineup at the FireAid concert for Los Angeles, an emotional event aimed to raising funds for those affected by the devastating wildfires that swept through California this month. Now, the held at the benefit concert drew thousands of attendees united by a common purpose to support the victims and communities grappling with the aftermath of the deadly blaze. The wildfire, which have scorched thousands of acres, destroyed homes and claimed lives, have left a trail of destructions across the state. Green Day electrified the crowd with the high-energy performances of their greatest hit, while Rod Stewart captivated the audience with his timeless classes. Alanis Morissette delivered a powerful set. Her emotional vocals resonated deeply with the concert-rich move by the cause. It is heartbreaking to see the devastation these fires have caused, Morissette said during her performance, but it's inspiring to witness how people come together in time of crisis. The event also featured surprise appearances from other artists and heartfelt speech from the firefighters, first responder, and wildfire survivor who shared their harrowing experience. Organizing reported that the concert raised millions of dollars, with proceeds going directly to relief efforts including emergency housing, medical care, and rebuilding projects for affected communities. Now, as California continues to battle the aftermath of the wildfire event, like FireAid not only provide critical financial support but also offer hope and solidarity to those who have lost everything. So we will continue to follow the recovery effort and bring updates as California rebuild from this tragedy. So thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. This is me, Tabinder, signing off. Stay tuned for more news. DESI TV USA, DTV NNR, OTT platform, DTV Flex, where you can access to over 3,000 channels. So stay tuned and stay with us.